Fala galera, tudo bem com vocês? Hoje a Fúria enfrentou a EG e venceu por 2 a 1. E após a partida os gringos analisaram o jogo e rasgaram elogios ao time brasileiro e principalmente ao MW, saca só?
And the cherry on top to what was an incredible series. What a treat of a series. Well, again, I'm sure for EG and the fans in the Evil Geniuses camp, that one's gonna sting because what once felt unreachable, untouchable was right within their grasp, and unfortunately it slips by. But Furia get it done on the day, and they continue to retain their spot near the top of the standings.
What a heartbreaking game for EG. They played such a good map. They took a map off of Furia. They had some great ideas. But at the end of the day, Furia was showing us why they are considered a top squad here in Americas. Even though I felt like they were having an off day, the coordination wasn't quite what we expect. They were a lot slower to adapt to a lot of EG's ideas, but every single one of their individuals was just having ridiculous moments to keep them in this match and bring back Haven.
Exactly. Furia needed all of those key performances throughout this entire map to put EG away. EG, this was such a good day for them, actually. The grind in this game against the top team in the region. Normally, that's something only the top experienced teams do, go blow for blow with each other like this. This was an incredible day by EG, and that last eco round kind of feel towards the A site where DG gets 3, that one's gonna sit with them.
I forgot that MWZera came up with that clutch that we just watched, let alone all these other massive plays that he was making.
There were so many moments from MWZera, in particular and from the team. It was 8 rounds where a member of Furia got 3 or more kills individually across that map, and MWZera was a huge part of that. A ridiculous individual performance on the Sky. We've been waiting for the lock-in MWZera, godlike performance that we expected from him to come out in Americas, and the series we had it.
Hard to fault EG in a situation where a player on the opposing team is putting up 350 ACS. You dropped the stat on the multi-kills as well. Only 24 rounds were played on Haven. 8 of those rounds, a player on Furia. So 1/3 of the rounds, a player on Furia got 3 kills or more. That is insane alone.
And it didn't really feel like it was a strategy thing from EG.
Yeah.
It was just, that's how the cookies kind of crumbled. The Fury players were in these weird bait setups off of each other, and it'd be like one of them would fall, and then the next one would just get a 3K, and the round would flip on its head. And it just kept happening time and time again to EG.
Yeah, I think it's important, right, for us to show moments like that, high skill moments, high skill cap, mechanical moments out of the EG players, if only to better contextualize Furia's win here, because I also think there's a danger that a lot of people are going to say, ooh, they shouldn't have been pushed this hard by EG, considering the conversation around EG just a week or 2 ago, right? But that is maybe being disingenuous to the relative power level of EG in this iteration, in this form.
Yeah, I agree. I think EG is playing much to a level higher than what we expected. But in the same time, I still think that Furia's expectation, if they do want to reach to be one of the top teams, if they want to be that team that we have been talking about as being someone who can test loud and can be the absolute top of the league, you'd expect them to have a more dominant win here. But we've proved throughout Americas that every team is close. Every team can take a map off another. The gap is not that big.
I think what I've learned here in Americas is just these teams having the opportunity to all boot camp and live here and scrim these top-level opponents. You can't really predict how teams are going to progress. And certain ones that we thought would be at the bottom of the rung actually quickly rose to the top. And things can change drastically right now. That's what I've learned, actually. EG looked like a very different team today than what they did on week 1.
Pois é, rapaziada, o vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Deixa sua opinião sobre tudo isso aí nos comentários. Deixa também aquele like, se inscreve no canal pra não perder nada. Aquele abraço e até o próximo vídeo.